Roads? Where we're going, well, we need roads, or at least track. All right, Road Atlanta. Car has changed quite a bit, so I'm redoing the track guide here. We've got an older one in the playlist, but I've unlisted it, so it's not showing up in searches and stuff anymore. Anyway, so able to get a 121 465. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel the fast guys are probably going to be doing 19s, 20s, something like that. But I feel like in our little bracket, I'll be somewhat competitive. Fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll go through and we'll show you the fastest lap I did. We'll talk about, we'll then go through slowly and explain what my thought process is through each corner, and then come back and we'll give some final thoughts. Here we go.
That lap was at 121.53. That's your fastest lap. Sector 1 time's okay. Last lap was at 121.46. Sector 3 time is quick.
All right, Porsche Cup fixed at Road Atlanta. Got ourselves a 121 465. Fixed setup, haven't touched brake bias, anything like that. Let's go through how we did it. Flat out through this last section here. First braking point is going to be at the end of this grass on the left here. I don't always shift up to 6, but sometimes I do. Here we didn't. Kind of depends on what kind of run you get out of that last corner. But we're going to hit the brakes a decent amount, not super heavy. Trying to use as little as possible. And we're going to start turning in and letting up on the brakes as we go. We want to be through fourth. We want to be in fourth on this corner here. And probably gonna clip, I can't remember on this particular lap what we did. We're gonna clip this inside curb just a little bit. Getting back on the throttle as we do. Full throttle through here. And we're gonna wanna get the car over onto the right hand side so we can open up for the following corner. This is a super tricky part because you're cresting this hill, so your grip is pretty low because your momentum is taking you away from the road surface, or the road surface is going away from you, however you want to look at it. But we're going to lift early here. So we're just lifting. And then when we reach this curb, we want to hit the brakes. And we're going to get down to, we're going to hit the brakes here slow. And then we're going to get down to third. Hold that brake pressure and use it to bite the front end as much as we can. And we're going to clip this inside curb just a little bit here. Don't want to do too much, it's an off track, but we're back on the throttle as we approach. Which will shift the weight away from the bump. I probably had too much of a plosive there into the microphone, I apologize. Anyway, we're full throttle through here. We're going to have to do some lifting and shifting to keep the car gripped up. So we're just going to go full throttle and we're going to shift up and lift a little bit here. End up doing a fair bit of short shifting through here just to try and help with the traction situation. But we're going to try and get back over to the left-hand side as much as we can here. And we're going to turn in, lift a little bit so that we can turn in. If we kept it full throttle, we just wouldn't have the turn in. There wouldn't be enough weight on the front tires. We're going to clip this inside curb just a smidge. Back full throttle. I think at this point we're going to shift as we hit the blue lights, and we're going to hit that left curb a little bit. And then as we approach this curb here, we're going to start throwing the anchor out. Get that bit in. I think fourth is probably quicker through here, but I just can't get enough turn in with fourth, so I use third. I know in the before the update, I would use fourth in this corner, but I just can't get the turn in. But we're gonna use the brakes. We're just holding that slight bit of pressure. We're lifting off the brakes, getting that pressure, getting that turn in going. Using as much of our oversteer as we can to get the car rotated. And then as we hit this curb, we're gonna get back on the throttle, slowly applying it. Can't just slam on it. So we've got like 75-80% there. And then we're gonna get the rest of the way. We're gonna get onto this curb. And we're gonna come back in as soon as we get the car settled down a little bit. That's always super scary. Don't hit this grass here, it's an off track. But yeah, full throttle through here. Then my next braking point is this white line, the 200 marker. So as we approach that, we're gonna hit the brakes. And I'm aiming to get down to third. We're just gonna ease up on the brake pressure as we come around. And then we're gonna, as we come in, we're gonna use this banking. Probably could avoid hitting that inside curb there a little bit, but we're gonna come out the rest of the way onto the throttle. We come over to the left here, we're gonna start thinking about slowing down. Start braking. And we downshift to second. And this corner gets tougher as the tires wear in. Where we're just gonna hold that little bit of brake pressure. Coming around. Bring the throttle back. And as we straighten out the wheel, we can put the rest of it in. Then it is full throttle. We come out here, we're gonna touch this curb. And get back down. And yeah, it's just full throttle through here. And my color change in the pavement, I can't see it anymore with however my settings are at the moment, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use, so the grass here, there's some brown and some green, and then some brown again. So I'm kind of using this green patch, maybe a little bit before, maybe this where the brown starts is kind of what I'm using for my braking point here. We're gonna get pretty heavy on the brakes, slowing down. And I'm aiming to get down to second for this corner coming up here. For me, it helps with my turn in. I don't know if third is better or not, but I use second. But right afterwards, I short shift up to third. Okay, we're in second, and then we've already short shifted up to third. And we're starting to put throttle in. And we're just using part throttle as we come around here. And we're going to come out all the way to the left, and as soon as we kind of start feeling it grip up, we're going to get the rest of the way onto the throttle, and then it's full throttle through the rest of it. We're going to aim to the right. You just need enough practice to know where the apex is over here. If you go a little wide, I don't think it's the end of the world. But yeah, you just need to know where the pit entrance is. Then we're gonna go onto the left side of the track. And this is full throttle, pretty much. If you go on the end, if you need to take the inside, you're gonna have to change things up. I would probably recommend practicing some of those alternate lines, and maybe for your exit here if you end up going too wide into the last corner or something like that. But anyway, we're full throttle. We're gonna clip that just a little bit and keep it going. And there we go, 121, 465. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting some progress done on pushing pretty hard, and getting. I feel like I said, I feel like this will be. I should hopefully be somewhat competitive in my little skill bracket of folks that I normally race with. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, Road Atlanta is usually one that I do okay at. Fingers crossed. If you want to watch along live when we do this, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman. I stream usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. And if you feel it was a good video, thumbs up. If you don't, I understand. And if you think I earned it, hit the subscribe button. I've yammered on too long now, so we'll see you next time. Bye.